The final semester of college had arrived. For Amin and Samia, it was bittersweet, full of excitement, achievements, and the quiet realization that soon, life would begin to move beyond the familiar campus gates. Yet they faced it together, hand in hand, hearts intertwined. It was a crisp autumn morning, and Amin was waiting outside Samia's dormitory. Today was special. Their college was hosting a farewell event for the graduating students. While neither of them were graduating that year, the atmosphere of celebration and reflection made the day feel monumental. "Amin," Samia called out as she came down the stairs, her hair tied neatly and her eyes sparkling. "You look amazing," Amin said, holding the bouquet he had carefully picked out that morning. Samia laughed softly, taking the flowers. "And you look nervous." "I'm not nervous," he said, trying to sound casual, but his heart betrayed him. "Just excited, about today, about us." Samia's cheeks flushed and she squeezed his hand. "I'm excited too." The farewell event was lively, filled with speeches, performances, and laughter. Amin and Samia joined their friends in organizing games and performances, but every moment, their eyes kept finding each other. They had grown so accustomed to the little glances, the subtle touches, and the quiet reassurances that no matter what happened, they would always be together. During a break, Amin and Samia wandered to the campus garden, away from the noise. It was peaceful there, with the scent of autumn leaves and flowers filling the air. "Do you remember our first day?" Amin asked softly, taking her hand. Samia smiled, remembering. "Of course. I thought you were so quiet and serious and maybe a little shy." "And now," he teased. "And now," she said, leaning closer, "you're still shy but very sweet." They laughed together, the sound blending with the gentle rustle of the trees. Then, Alamin's expression turned serious. "Samia, these months with you, they've been the happiest of my life," he said. "Every laugh, every study session, every walk, I wouldn't trade a single moment. You're not just my love, you're my best friend." Her eyes glistened as she whispered, "I feel the same, Amin. You've made my college life unforgettable. You've made me feel special every single day." For a moment, neither spoke. The world seemed to shrink around them, leaving only the two of them in a bubble of warmth and affection. Then Amin took a deep breath, gathering courage. "Samia, I want to make a promise for the future. I don't know what life holds, but I do know one thing: I want to face everything with you by my side. I want us to be together always." Tears welled up in Samia's eyes. She had dreamed of this moment, of hearing him say these words, and now it was real. "Amin, I want that too. I want us forever." Amin smiled, his heart soaring. He leaned in, gently brushing his lips against hers in a kiss that was tender, full of love, and infinitely sweet. It wasn't just a kiss of young love, it was a promise, a vow to cherish, protect, and love each other no matter what came next. The rest of the day passed like a dream. They attended the farewell ceremony, laughed with friends, and celebrated small victories. Yet, every moment felt richer because they shared it together. That evening, as the campus emptied and the sun dipped below the horizon, Amin and Samia walked along the familiar paths they had wandered countless times. "Do you remember our first picnic by the river?" Samia asked, smiling at the memory. "Of course," Amin said, squeezing her hand. "That was the start of everything." "And now?" she asked, her voice soft. "Now," he replied, looking deeply into her eyes, "we're stronger. We've faced small challenges, misunderstandings, and exams, and yet we're still together. And I know we can face anything." Samia leaned her head on his shoulder. "I believe that too." They continued walking in silence, letting the cool breeze and the golden light of sunset wrap around them like a comforting blanket. For the first time, there was no fear, no doubt, only certainty. Weeks passed, and the semester neared its end. Amin and Samia spent every free moment together, creating memories to treasure for a lifetime. They studied late at night, shared ice creams after lectures, and spent hours in the library laughing over silly mistakes in their notes. Every day was a new chapter, every moment a verse in the poem of their love. One evening, As they sat under the banyan tree where it had all begun, Amin reached into his pocket. "Samia," he said softly, pulling out a small, carefully wrapped gift. "This is for you." She opened it to find a delicate silver locket, engraved with their initials and a tiny heart. Tears welled up in her eyes. "It's beautiful," she whispered. "It's a promise," Amin said, taking her hand. "A promise that no matter where life takes us, we'll always carry each other with us." Samia hugged him tightly, her heart overflowing. "I'll treasure it forever, just like I treasure you." As the sun set, painting the sky in shades of pink and orange, Amin and Samia sat together, hand in hand, hearts beating as one. They knew that college life was only a chapter, and that beyond the gates, life would bring new challenges, new experiences, and new responsibilities. But they also knew that their love was strong enough to face anything. For them, love wasn't just a feeling. It was trust, laughter, companionship, patience, and unwavering support. And it was in these small, everyday moments, walking together, sharing a smile, holding hands under the fatting sun, that their love had grown into something beautiful, lasting, and true. As night fell and stars began to twinkle in the sky, Amin whispered, "No matter where life takes us, we'll always have this. We'll always have each other." Samia smiled, resting her head on his shoulder. "Always," she whispered back. And in that quiet, perfect moment, their hearts promised something eternal, a love that had started with a first glance, grown through laughter and challenges, and blossomed into forever. Sparkles the end.